Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My hair was so cute this morning, and then it rained all over me. The weather in Alabama, I'm so over it. I am over it. And I can't wait to go home tomorrow. Good morning. Hey, Bella. Good morning. We need to have a serious conversation this morning. I cannot get my boobs to stay in my bra. I clearly do not have the right size bra. I'm over it. These old lady jugs. I did not move yet. No, I'm in my office. I love you today. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk. It is Thursday. I just cleaned my desk so my hand smells like Pledge. I have a very busy day today, lots of calls, and I have to take Charlie to the dentist now. We have a dentist emergency. It's always something. Have kids, they said. It'll be so fun, they said. Debbie, that's great news. Anyway, good morning, everybody. So happy that you could be here. I am your host, Princess Kate Middleton. I am so thrilled that you are all here. We have to have a serious conversation about relationships, guys. So I got a message from a young lady who was saying to me that she met a guy, and when they met, he basically said to her, I'm not really looking for a relationship. But they started hanging out, and he started initiating plans, and they started whatever. And then after 3 months, they started sleeping together. And she's like, I don't understand what we are. This is what she said to me. I don't understand what we are. I'm confused about what we are. He sleeps at my house 3 to 4 nights a week. I cook. He puts his clothes in my hamper. Like, we do a ton of stuff together. He seems to really like me. He's super affectionate. You know, when he comes in, he kisses me. When he leaves for work, he kisses me. This feels like the most relationship-y relationship I've ever been in. Yet 3 months ago or 4 months ago, he said he didn't want a relationship, but this feels like a relationship. Okay, so either it's a relationship and he just hasn't told you, which is not like a man, because men especially are typically territorial and want to establish very clear boundaries, right? We are together. We are in a relationship. Do not see other people, right? Or you are not in a relationship, but he is getting relationship benefits from you. That's it. Because if he told you in the beginning he didn't want a relationship and you thought you could sex, cook, cool, baby him into a relationship, even having his baby won't make him ready for a relationship if he does not want a relationship with you. Believe me, you know how many messages I have from women who say, but we have 2 kids together? Sister, it doesn't matter. He told you what it was when you signed up. You thought that you were going to get pregnant and have 2 of his kids and that was going to suddenly make him husband material? You are out of your mind. You'll be lucky if it makes him father material. But having a child does not make anybody ready for a relationship they don't want to be in. Here are 2 things I know to be true. You cannot make somebody want a relationship when they don't want it. And the other thing is, The other thing is, I have seen people who swear they will never get married, who swear they don't want children, who swear they never want relationships, who whatever, get on their knees and beg somebody to marry them when they meet the right person. When I met Michael, the first night I met him, not the first night, maybe because the first night it was weird. He sent me a drink and asked for my number and I said no, and that whole thing was weird. But the first real conversation Michael and I had about relationships, Carla, you can get this sideways cross on stateofstylegewelry.com. Stateofstylegewelry.com. The first real conversation Michael and I had about relationships, he told me, I do not want to get married. I am not looking for anything serious. No. Okay? Okay. We dated long distance, super casual for 2 years. I never was committed to him. Never. I was never just with Michael ever. That man told me he didn't want a relationship and I heard him. I'll be a pig dipped in shit if you think I'm going to sit home and me and my vagina are just going to be bored on a Friday night waiting for you to call. You are out of your mind. I heard you, sir. I heard you. In fact, I heard you so loud and clear, Mr. I don't want a relationship. I am going to take a permanent job and move to Los Angeles. Goodbye. Goodbye to you, sir. Okay? And you see how quick that man got ready for a relationship. Bought a ring, got on a plane, flew to fucking LA, flew me everywhere. Got on his knee in front of the damn Capitol building in Atlanta in front of everybody. And if you know Michael, that is not his way. And said, please marry me. Please move back to Alabama. Please be my wife. Okay, now you want a relationship. Oh, you want a relationship. Okay. Got it. Because not 1 second before, I was not faithful to Michael, or faithful is not the right word because we weren't committed, but I was not committed to Michael until the second he asked me to marry him. Because that man never said he wanted a relationship till he pulled a fucking ring out of his pocket. Okay? That is how I knew he was serious. In fact, when I got back to LA, he asked me to marry him, put a ring on my finger, put me back on a plane and sent me back to LA where I lived. And that night, I went out to dinner with Chris Klein, the actor, who I was dating. And I had to tell Chris Klein, who I was dating, oh, by the way, I got engaged today. He was like, I'm sorry, what? Yes, I got engaged. I am now engaged to marry someone else. We should probably stop dating. Okay. I did not play house with Michael. Okay, Tracy said every situation is different. You are absolutely right. There are some exceptions. There are some men who say, I don't want a relationship. And then, poof, you're in a relationship. It does happen, but I wouldn't give him relationship behavior and relationship benefits if he says he doesn't want a relationship, because I wasn't getting the D from Chris Klein. I wasn't sleeping with Chris Klein. I was dating him. I never slept with Chris Klein. Ugh. Please don't write that in writing. That is absolutely a fallacy. I kissed Chris Klein, that is it. And then we worked together for years and years and years. I never got any D from Chris Klein. Thank you. Well, it wouldn't have been trashy, Marilyn, if it was true. If I was getting the D from Chris Klein, I'd be like, but I wasn't. So, just not true. Kyle.
Yo.
You're a boy.
I am a boy.
Kyle's a boy.
Or a man, whatever you want.
Well, no, he's a man. I apologize. I'm sorry. That's the 43 in me. You are a man because you're 26.
Yep.
That's definitely a man. When you say you don't want a relationship with a girl you're seeing, do you mean you don't want a relationship?
Definitely.
Like clear.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want a relationship, but I'm glad we're going for margaritas.
Right, yeah.
Right.
You can set a fine line there.
Yes. But even if you like her and you hang out with her a couple of times a week and stuff, but if you say you don't want a relationship, it still means this isn't a relationship.
Right, yeah.
We're just having margaritas.
Absolutely.
Right.
Communication, guys.
Guys, you heard it. You heard it from an actual man. If you don't want to believe me. So I just want to tell you now that if you are in a situationship with a man or woman, by the way, because by the way, I was the same way. I was like, I'm not ever getting married. I never wanted to get married. Michael Sullivan wanted to get married. Jamie Premack did not. I never needed marriage. I never believed in monogamy. I thought it was all a bunch of bullshit. It was not for me. Michael Sullivan was super into it. And you know what? When it is amazing that when you meet the person that you suddenly are like, I could relationship with you. I could marriage with you. Michael asked me to marry him, and I said yes. I wanted kids. I didn't want marriage. I also didn't think you needed to be married to have kids, but I'm very Goldie Hawn in that way. I'm not traditional. I never have been. I know that bothers some people because I'm a Catholic and I have a great relationship with God, and they're like, but how could you? I'm like, oh, please, you've been fucking in your parents' basement since you were 15. Suddenly my choice not to want to get married is like too much for you. So I'm just saying, if you are currently in a situationship right now. Okay, so Christine says, my man says he wants to be in a relationship but doesn't want to get married. So I shouldn't give him wife materials? Well, I'm not really sure what the difference between relationship materials and wife material, whatever you said, are. If you could define for me what you think is different between being a girlfriend and a wife, maybe I could help answer that. I don't think there's anything different. In fact, I think sex is better when you're the girlfriend. Goldie Hawn is not married. Her and Kurt Russell have been together forever, but not married, Christy. That's why I said I'm much more Goldie Hawn. Anyway, I just think that if you are in a situationship right now and you're like, but I don't understand. It looks like a relationship and it talks like a relationship, but he said he doesn't want a relationship. You are not in a relationship with that man. You may be in one with him, but he's not with you. That I can tell you right now. Because in a man's mind, okay? A man's mind, if he tells you, I don't want a relationship, and you say, okay, and then you proceed to have sex with him and cook for him and clean for him, he thinks, okay, she heard me, I communicated, and she knows what it is. So if she's going to do all these cool things for me, great. Which, by the way, guys, is not bad. It is okay to have sex with, cook for, clean, blah, 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 for someone that you're just dating. That is okay. You don't have to be in a committed relationship to make somebody spaghetti. So don't feel bad. If you're okay with what it is, then that is okay. You know what I mean? Don't feel like you need commitment. Like everybody's like, you gotta be committed. If you don't need that, I never needed that from Michael. I was very happy about the time we spent together. Always. Michael always made me feel important. He always made me feel like a priority. It was limited. We only saw each other once a week or once every 2 weeks. But when we saw each other, he was consistent. He was respectful. We always had a nice time. I never felt like I was missing anything. He also waited 10 months to have sex with me. So let's keep it 150% here, okay? When I tell you I'm the least traditional human being in the world when it comes to relationships, I am the least traditional human being when it comes to relationships. And not just because I'm bisexual and not just because whatever. I'm just not traditional. I don't need the same things other people need. But when that man would not have sex with me, I was like, buddy, you're killing me. But that was his way. You know, everybody has their way and everybody. Amy said, I'm going through a divorce and he wants to date after. That's actually like really funny to me. You're divorcing someone who wants to date you after you get divorced. I kind of like get that. I bet the sex would be amazing. Because look, at the end of the day, we're all damaged, right? I see that. Here's the thing. Whatever works for you, works for you. I just want to make sure that you fully understand that when someone says they don't want to be in a relationship with you, every single thing that you do for that person after that is on you. It does not change the status of your status. It's not complicated. You're not in a relation. Like, it's none of that. You are just dating and you are choosing to give certain things to that dating situation, which, by the way, is okay. So long as you understand you cannot Kelsey, good question. But by the way, you cannot reverse cowgirl somebody into a relationship. I'm telling you right now. You just can't. I don't care how good your nanny is. It doesn't know. If they don't want a relationship, you could have the best nanny in the world. It's not going to work. They don't want a relationship. They may want good nanny, but they don't want a relationship. Very different. Stay nanny woke, ladies. Kelsey says, how do you know if you're hurting someone who says they're okay with the relationship not being committal? Well, Kelsey, typically when somebody says they're okay with the relationship not being committal, but they seem... Susie said, does Michael know you're bi? I was dating a woman when I met Michael, so yes, Michael knows I'm bi. I also invited Michael to join that woman and I, and he said no. Was not his thing. But yes, Michael absolutely knows that I've been in relationships with women. Kelsey, typically when someone says they're okay with the relationship not being committal, but they seem to always kind of bring up things about commitment or push back on certain things, or they kind of bring up things that, for example, like they may not say it's hurting them, but they want you to do certain things with them and you're not comfortable because you're trying to maintain a boundary. And if you see that those things disappoint them, then they're lying to you. They're saying that, do you sleep with women now? No, I do not. I sleep with Michael now. But I do flirt with women now. And there is a woman in New Jersey that I have a major crush on. But Michael knows. So I told you we are not traditional in that way. But no, I don't sleep with women now. You know, if Kelsey, you know, there are a lot of people who say they're okay with not being committal, and then you can see the constant disappointment and you know that it's hurting them. They're saying they're okay with it, but they're not really. They just are saying that because they don't want to lose you. You know the difference. Like when Michael said he didn't want a relationship, he knew I was fine with it because I was out every other night doing something else. Believe me. I always made time for him though. Do you get jealous easily or does Michael? Oh my God, no. What, girl, when I tell you no, I'm talking about less than no. A man could come right up to Michael and be like, hey, I met your wife in California and took her out for dinner. And Michael would be like, great. Did she have a stomach ache after? Because you know she has gluten intolerance. No, absolutely. How are you and Michael right now? We are great. Thank you for asking. We're going on a date tonight. As a matter of fact, it's date night. I know, does Michael flirt with other women, and are you okay with that? Michael is not very good at flirting because he just, it doesn't come very easily to him. But yes, Michael in his way does flirt with other women, and I actually think it's very healthy. I am not equipped to be all that Michael needs all the time. I would be exhausted from that. I could not sustain that. Thank God Michael travels and plays golf and works and flirts and who knows what, because I'm just not the woman who needs to be your only, all your thing all the time. Only find me attractive. Please only look at me. Oh my God, no, please look at other women because it's too much pressure for me. If you're bi, what made you decide to marry Mike and be monogamous? I loved him. Why would your husband ask for an open relationship if he was happy? Did Michael ask for an open relationship? And if he did, who did he ask? And being bisexual does not mean that you can't marry someone. And being bisexual does not mean you can't be monogamous, guys. It just means you're sexually attracted to both sexes. That's all it means. But that doesn't make you worried he would cheat or fall in love with someone else. No, it absolutely does not make me fear that at all. Michael flirting does not make me fear that he would cheat, and it does not make me fear that he would fall in love with someone else. Also, I've said this before, and then I have to go because I have to go to work. Oh, your husband. Oh, open marriages can be fun, Bernadette. I swear to you, if you guys have boundaries and you are on the same page, open marriages can be fun. Don't reject the idea right away. I know it's not the norm, but talk to your husband about why he's interested in this and what excites him, and what you'd be amazed at what shit. I know people who did open marriages and came back, changed their life. Their sex life was better. Their communication was better. They were like passionate again. I'm just saying, I'm not saying this for everybody. I'm just saying don't knock it until you have the conversation about it. That's all I'm saying. Have the conversation. I'm not afraid. It doesn't matter how jealous I was, or I could hang on Michael's leg all day long. If Michael was going to cheat, he would cheat. It wouldn't matter. And by the way, I know that you guys are going to hate this, and I know that it makes you uncomfortable, but it is my truth, and I have to say it. I would not leave Michael if he cheated. I need you to know that. I would not cheat. I would not leave Michael if he cheated on me. Have not, would not, can't stop, won't stop. That's my ride or die. And if I leave Michael, it's because we don't work anymore. Not because he got a blowjob from some chick at a golf club. Like, it's just not, I'm not leaving him for that. So I know that people don't like that. It's not for everybody. So I understand that. Some people, if they got cheated on, they would leave immediately. I'm not breaking up my family for that. I'm just not. My children are like, no. And anyway, but it would phase you. Phase me? I mean, it would phase me in that, here's where it would phase me. But I do, because I was going to say it would phase me because like I would have sex with Michael any day of the week, anytime, any day, anywhere. I've never said no to him in 17 years or however long we've been together. So it would phase me because I would be shocked. You know what I mean? Just like, but I also understand the need for something different. You know, like I get it. I just get it. So no, I would never leave him. That's just me. If I ever leave Michael, it's simply because we just don't work anymore. We're not into it. What if he continued? All right, what if he continued to cheat? What if he got another girl pregnant? Well, first of all, he has a vasectomy. If he got another girl pregnant, we got a problem. What if he continued to cheat? If he continued to cheat, now we're in an open marriage and I'm cheating too. Great. Still not leaving you. What if he had a long-term affair? Y'all, I know you all want me to change my answer. I can't change my answer. I'm sorry. Michael and I just have a different... You're making me uncomfortable. Does that give him permission? No. Permission is different. Permission is like, hey, while you're out there, go get him, champ. No, but I'm just saying, if it happened, I'm not leaving. It's just who we are. I know it's unconventional, but no, we're not. I know. It's hard to understand. But you know what? I live with a different... Do you know how much Michael and I are apart? If Michael and I feared the other person was going to cheat all the time, how would we ever live this life together? Look at the life we live. Like, we travel, we work, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, Marcus, I got to block you because you're fucking weird, bro. And I hate it for you. Anyway, I just couldn't live this life if I was always afraid or feared or was jealous. Like, I couldn't live like that, you know? And I don't want to live like that. I just want to trust the person I'm with and whatever, you know? That's my guy. That's my dude. All right, I got to go to work because Kyle's doing this, which means I'm late already for a call, which I am late for. I love you guys very much. It's why I share my truth with you. And that's it. I love you, and I hope you have a great, great day.